Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe. And if you would like to be notified anytime we post a video, please just click on the notification bell. Okay, so the last time I made a video of why my visas were refused 4 times. That was part 1. Now I'll go right to the part 2. After we applied for the Romanian visa that was refused, I told you guys in the other video why that one was refused. We applied again for another Romanian visa, this time around visit visa. First one I applied for was family reunification, and they said I cannot apply for that one since my husband is not in Romania, that I should apply for a visit visa to go and visit my father and mother-in-law. So we applied for the visit visa. Why was that refused again? The thing is that if your marriage is not recognized in Romania, most of these European countries, it's very, very difficult for you to go there. Do you understand? So I think what most people do is the husband to be would be wherever, maybe let's say for instance, my husband, maybe before we got married, he would have gone to Romania, invite me, you understand, for marriage purpose. Do you understand? I probably would have granted that visa and they will get married over there. Do you get me? They still refuse the visa on that same ground that my husband does not stay in Romania. That was what the consular now explained, that okay, this is what we should do. My husband should go and stay in Romania for at least 6 months. Do you get me? Then he can now bring me over there. But we said, oh, we're not going to do that. Let's just wait and apply for the UK visa again. So that was why I now applied for the UK visa a second time, now making it the 4th visa application. Yeah, so what now happened that one was refused. Hey, this time around, my husband's boss, former place of work, the pay slips that we used to apply for the 4th visa, they did a terrible mistake in my husband's national insurance number. It was wrong, just one number. Where they were supposed to write 4A, they wrote 9A. Just that 9 was what caused the problem, because that now means that my husband's all the tax and everything was being paid under another person's name. Because, you know, just for instance, if you miss a number in my phone number and you call, it's going to ring on another person's phone. To get me? So that was what happened. They missed a number on my husband's insurance number in his place of work, and that went on for a year plus until my husband discovered it. And it was more like too late when he discovered it. We already submitted everything. Do you understand? So that was where the problem now started. In fact, I already had it in mind that they may refuse this visa, but it was already submitted, so you just have to wait. Then when the visa was eventually refused, the caseworker just assumed that my husband's job was fake, or maybe it was contrived, maybe it was done just because of me coming to UK. Do you understand? So that was what was in the refusal letter: false document and false information. The grace that God gave us was that it was not termed as deception. Hey Jesus, that was just what God did for us. If it was termed as deception, I would have been banned from entering the UK for 10 years. But God's so kind, because it was not my husband's fault. It was an error that was made by his boss. Do you understand? God's so kind that the caseworker just wrote false document and false information. You understand? And that is because they checked with HMRC and they saw that there was no record of my husband's job under that employment because of that issue that happened. Okay, so when the refusal letter came, we told my husband's boss, and we sent him the refusal letter. He apologized that, oh, that was an error from them, and he wrote a letter for us. And then my husband sent a mail to HMRC, in fact called them, and they told us what to do. We submitted the necessary document, the pay slip, P16 and every other thing was submitted. So they said they're going to work on it. So with that, my husband now transferred to a new job. That place he was working was just like a part of where he's working now. Do you understand? It was a part of it, but it's just like when there's when it's a group company. Do you understand? And somebody buys a share, and then this big company buys that share back. So my husband had to transfer to the bigger company. Okay, so now we had to use the bank statement and the pay slip from this new company, and my husband's insurance number was written correctly. joined this new company, so everything was fine. We wrote a cover letter explaining what happened in the previous visa, and then we also submitted a letter from my husband's former boss that stated that it was an error from them. Do you understand? This time around we did everything very perfectly. Do you get me? In the cover letter we calculated how he met the requirements. My husband had always been surpassing that requirement, that 29,000 pounds. It was above it. Do you understand? So we wrote a cover letter to explain all that, and that was it. We had peace of mind that, well, we committed it into God's hand. 11th week, the very day my husband called them to ask how far, that was the very day the mail was sent to me that my visa had been approved. So that was it. Now you know why my visas were refused 4 times, and we applied for the 5th one, like I told you, and it was approved. So that is it. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section and I'll gladly answer you. So please share this video and like and subscribe. Thank you.